What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Trump has this idea in his head that he wants to reopen Alcatraz, I guess to put more slaves in there to do cheap labor. So, anyway, this place has been closed since 1963. Yeah, they make movies and every now and then you'll see it because tourists will go through there. But other than that, it's just sitting on a big, not really a small island in the middle of the water off of San Francisco Bay. And they said it would cost a fortune to fully restore this place and even modernize it. To me, don't you have enough prisons? Maybe this is a prison that them folks are going to eventually end up in. We know Donald Trump is doing the Most High's bidding. Now, what I mean, it may not be what he think. So, y'all, let's get into this story.
On May 4th, President Donald Trump announced that he intends to resurrect the infamous Alcatraz facility, located on a rocky island in San Francisco Bay, as a modern maximum security prison. The announcement sparked immediate backlash from California officials and raised serious question about the practicality of converting the site, now a tourist destination, back into a federal penitentiary for housing the nation's most dangerous offenders. To realize Trump's vision would require massive infrastructure investments and congressional funding approval. Here's what to know. What's Trump proposing? In a Truth Social post, Trump announced he's ordered the reopening of Alcatraz as a prison to house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. Trump said he's directing the Bureau of Prisons, Department of Justice, the FBI, and Homeland Security to rebuild and substantially enlarge the former maximum security facility. The announcement didn't include cost estimates or a timeline, though similar modern supermax facilities typically cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Congress would need to approve funding for the plan, which would add to the Bureau of Prisons' existing $3 billion maintenance and repair backlog. What's the history of Alcatraz? From the early 1930s to 1963, Alcatraz operated as a federal prison located on an island about 1.25 miles offshore from San Francisco. Though the prison itself had a short tenure, it gained a near mythological status in American culture. It housed notorious criminals such as Al Capone, George Machine Gun, Kelly, and Robert Stroud, known as the Birdman of Alcatraz. The prison has been featured in Hollywood films like Escape from Alcatraz and The Rock. After its closing, it was occupied by Native American activists for 19 months between 1969 and 1971 in what scholars now view as a landmark civil rights protest. Today, Alcatraz serves primarily as a tourist destination under the National Park Service, drawing more than 1 million visitors annually and generating tens of millions in federal revenue. Why was it closed? Alcatraz closed in 1963 mainly because it was too expensive to operate. The per capita cost of housing prisoners there was nearly 3 times higher than at other federal prisons, and the prison never once reached its capacity of 336 incarcerated people, according to the Bureau of Prisons. The facility required additional maintenance compared to other prisons because its location exposed it to salt air corrosion. Many supporting buildings now lie in ruins. Trump's proposal has drawn criticism from California Democrats. Governor Gavin Newsom's office dismissed it as a distraction, and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the plan is not a serious one. Is Trump's plan realistic? Converting Alcatraz back into a functioning prison presents significant challenges beyond securing congressional funding. The island's infrastructure would need complete modernization to meet contemporary correctional standards, and its location in environmentally sensitive San Francisco Bay would trigger extensive regulatory reviews. The National Park Service would likely need to relinquish control of what's now a protected historic site. California officials, environmental groups, and indigenous rights advocates who view the 1969 occupation as historically significant would almost certainly mount legal challenges. Even if these hurdles were overcome, experts note that the same problems that forced Alcatraz's closing in 1963, prohibitively high operating costs and maintenance challenges from salt air corrosion, would persist, making it an impractical choice compared to expanding operating facilities in less hostile environments.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we shall see how this unfolds and what is the ticket price on restoring this very old facility. And, we know that y'all have a big old money pit of money. Yes, you do, especially for things like this. But y'all tell me what you think. Is it really worth? Because it's probably going to take millions and millions of dollars to bring this thing even close to standard after sitting there and not really being used since 1963 as a prison. Wow. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.